Well, take a look in here anyway. There's something here for you, I must tell you. But if I haven't told you, then I just will. Maybe I will just tell you. What are those sirens that are ringing off? And maybe this right in history in line. This would be what is the point of the viewpoint? Here's the viewfinder. The proof that history isn't now. Proof it along for the long run, for the track that all intact and being composed, and that for the composer rose with it was risen like a sun. I came to find a king for the shine like a royal bloodline, for the biological, for the conversions of your genetic lineage and mine. In light of the light expression for the case, inevitable fate that deviate for the light of Christ and body, the blind sight left to be right when never the flesh and word that manifested for the ingredient, for the never dreaded ravens I walked in the shadows and I lost it for the cross paths and crossroads and cross total door to be the mountaintops of hip hop. Last stop for this be the testament for the benevolence and the intelligence, the reasons I resist and the interest. You're intuitively bliss and greetings and gratitude. I hope. This would be the blindfold, you can put it in the fold. And you can fold it like one of those well-to, whether how are you feeling today? But I want to tell you that you're well enough and suitable to not be feeling too well because of the air in the air for what you breathe in when you are. A star by far, you've star for far from shining these days. It's reminding you of what you could call something of a diamond. Well, better run for the fact, slow and low. For the never know where to go, for you don't know where you can handle what you didn't. Never found out for the matter, but never did. For the never you knew, you never did. Never there for the cries and whines, and lost you be dying. Enough you let me know why you deceived me enough to be the one you could never be the Mary that you wanted to those that watch those time past watch a number of times and watch me trying for the watching and suffer for the watching you well. Well, watch you well, you know, don't for the wonder why you. Wonder why you there for the never the pondering thoughts by you. Duckling over the booklets like you dodge at me for the with you harmony and not harmony. Not harm the value for the harmed or the values hurt. I trust that for the gate you took mine instead for the peace but you love still. It was love for the same love was selfless love, not for the vain for the love doesn't live here anymore. What should have never came and I should have never been lonely enough and not alone. I came for the lonesome game that watched you leave, which gold stole my hope and happiness to the cloud of me with the rain lane. And puddles of reflection of painful erections and maybe there's no reaction to pain heart. Bleeding down the drain, dry the doubt, gain, stains, chose to say, saves for the fabric, for the fabricated, for the inebriated, for the wine and wind, the humping, Wednesday, never will ever have answers to the questions to the callback for the numbers of that was low. And they're playing to me, Hails Mary, overtime, no coaching, no strategy, no accountability for the no apology, no apathy for the apply to lies. Apparently appreciate that part for the occasionals, a case of this casualty. This be you gotta get that to know you. They're not trying to knock the loosely at both ends for the string, or the melancholy for the melodies. You play with me with my heartstrings that yarn a sweater for the cold heart made for the me, the former first hand for the before that mediocrity for the media. Predominated, the medicated, the mediocre, strategically finding the sticking it to me for the apologetic for the no logic, for the no memory. Memo for the pen, live that letter for the letter for the heart, for the wouldn't penetrate the ejection, ejaculate me in one time, prematurely for the premiere. Prior practice awareness, you wear me out of my mind for the body, for the spirit, with the left in me, no rights and no remorse or remorse codes, and then more mortality for the no rallies in me, no matter really. What for the treason for the treading and treating me, the tackling over the box and hookups and the baits and catfish and another day to kill me for the brain and not meat, the pescatarian for the wherever the beef is propaganda to propose the proportions. Hanging by me. For not you to show up for the no heads and the hangman. Let us left them define with the reef, you saying with all this missing with the wow, the vowels, and after that for the round that altar whether you used to be the alternator for the native or alternative for the alter ego for the accountability for the was mentality and the lambs and the trees and the mistreated for the treats and speak misery for the it was missed to me stimulate for the situation insinuated the bad taste of the guilt in your mouth for that you couldn't chew on stuck it slowly for the throat for the death the rope same testament for the men's test the meaning one of the minuscule and minus the skull over his crown you might as well hit the thick with a thorn on your hand and would have hounds.
Take a look in here anyway. 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 There's something here for you, I must tell you. But if I haven't told you, then I just will. Maybe I will just tell you. What are those sirens that are ringing off? And maybe this right in the history in line. This would be what is the point of the viewpoint? Here's the viewfinder. Prove that history isn't now. Prove it along for the long run, for the track that all intact and we can compose, and that for the composer rose that was risen like a sun. I came to find a king for the shine like a royal bloodline, for the biological, for the conversions of your genetic lineage and mine. In light of the light expression for the case, inevitable fate that deviate for the light of Christ, a body of blind sight left to be right when never the flesh and word that manifested for the ingredient, for the never dreaded ravens out in the shadows, and I lost it for the crossroads and crossroads and cross total door to lead the mountaintops of hip hop. Stop for this be the testament for the benevolence and the intelligence, the reasons I resist to the interest, intuitively bliss and greetings and gratitude. I hope this will be the blindfold. You can put it in the fold. You can fold it like one of those well-do with how are you feeling today? But I want to tell you that you're well enough to be suitable to not be feeling too well because of the air in the air in which you breathe in when you are. A star by far, you've a star from far from shining these days, reminding you of what you call something of a diamond. Well, better run for the fact. Don't feel never know where to go, for you don't know where you can handle what you did. Never find out for the better, but never did for the never you knew. never did. Never there for the cries and whys and lost you be dying. Nephew, let me know why you deceive me enough to be the one you could never be the Mary that you wanted to those that watch those time past. Watch a number of times and watch me trying for the watching and suffer for the watching you well. Well, watch you well, you know for the wonder why you. And wonder why you there for the never the pondering thoughts by you. Duckling over the booklets like you dodge at me for the with you harm me. You're not harmony, not harm the value for the harm or the values hurt. I trust that for the gate you took mine instead for the peace be love still. It was love for the same love with selfless love, for the not for the vain, for the love doesn't live here anymore. Wish it never came out, should have never been lonely enough and not alone. I came for the lonesome game that watching you leave, which gold stole my hope and happiness to the cloud of me with the rain laying. Puddles of reflection, the painful erections, and maybe there's no reaction to pain heart. Bleeding down the drain, dry the doubt, game, stains, chose to say, stage with the fabricated for the inebriated, for the one that win the humping Wednesday. Never have answers to the questions, to the callback for the numbers. That was the one dude playing to me. Hails Mary overtime, no coaching, no strategy, no accountability for the no apology, no apathy for the apply to lies. Apparently appreciate that part for the occasional case of this casualty. This be you gotta get that to know you. They're not trying to knock the loosely at both ends for the string, with the melancholy for the melodies. You play with me for my heartstrings that darn a sweater for the cold heart made for the meek, the former first hand for the mediocrity for the media. Predominated and medicated to mediocre. Strategically finding the sticking it to me for the apologetic for the no logic, for the no memory. Memo for the pen, live that letter for the heart, for the wouldn't penetrate the ejection, ejaculate me in one time, prematurely for the premiere. Prior practice awareness, you wear me out of my mind for the body, for the spirit, for the left in me, no rights and no remorse or remorse culture, the more mortality for the no rallies in me, no matter really. What for the treason for the treading and treating me, the tackling over the box and hookups and the baits to catfish and another day to kill me for the bread and not meat to the pescatarian for the wherever the beef is propaganda to propose the proportions. Hanging by me. For not you to show up for the no heads and the hangman. Let us left the room confined with the reed for you saying with all this missing with the ground and the vows. And after that for the round that altar where the you used to be the alternator for the native or alternative for the alter ego for the accountability for the was mentality. The lambs of the trees and the mistreated for the treats and speak misery for the it was misty me stimulates for the situation. Insinuated the bad taste and the guilt in your mouth for that you couldn't chew on the sucker, the slowly for the throat for the death the road. Same testament for the mental test the meaning or the minuscule minus the skull for his crown. Minus what hit with thick with a thorn.